Let me start by saying this: rewiring your brain for success isn't about perfection, nor is it about the idea of a life free from fear, struggle, or failure. It's about resilience, self-awareness, and the courage to step into a life that aligns with your values, dreams, and highest potential. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with messages of what success should look like, images of power, wealth, status, and achievement. But real success, the kind that lights you up and allows you to show up fully in your life, is deeply personal. It's the success that emerges when you learn to redefine your story, challenge old beliefs, and embrace the vulnerability required to grow. Here's the truth: your brain is not static. It's a dynamic, living system capable of change and transformation. This process of rewiring isn't magic, it's science, and it's available to every one of us. It starts with understanding that the way we think, feel, and act is shaped by neural pathways, patterns carved into our brains by repetition, experience, and emotion. But those patterns aren't permanent. They're like well-worn trails in a forest. If you spent years walking the path of self-doubt, fear, or scarcity, it's easy to believe that's the only way forward. But here's the beauty of the brain: you can forge new trails. It takes intention, effort, and consistency, but it's possible. So how do we begin this process of rewiring? First, we have to recognize the stories we tell ourselves. Every day, we narrate our lives, often unconsciously. I'm not good enough, I always mess things up, I'll never have what it takes. These stories aren't facts, they're beliefs, often shaped by past experiences and reinforced over time. When we identify these stories, we can challenge them. Ask yourself, is this story true? Where did it come from? Who benefits when I believe this? And most importantly, what would my life look like if I chose to write a new story? Writing a new story requires vulnerability. It means daring to believe in possibilities that scare us. It means stepping outside our comfort zones and allowing ourselves to dream of a life where success isn't dictated by external validation, but by internal alignment. The next step in rewiring your brain is practicing gratitude. This isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what's good, even amidst struggle. Gratitude shifts our perspective, rewiring our brains to see abundance instead of lack. And when we operate from a mindset of abundance, we're more likely to take risks, trust ourselves, and pursue our goals with courage. Another essential piece is self-compassion. Success doesn't come from pushing yourself to the brink or berating yourself for falling short. It comes from treating yourself with the kindness and understanding you'd offer a dear friend. Self-compassion rewires our brains to see mistakes not as evidence of failure, but as opportunities for growth. And let's talk about failure, because it's a critical part of this journey. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone toward it. Every time we fail, our brains learn. They adapt. They grow. But this only happens when we allow ourselves to feel the discomfort of failure without letting it define us. To rewire your brain, you also need to embrace mindfulness. This doesn't mean you have to sit in silence for hours a day. It means learning to be present, to notice your thoughts without judgment, to feel your emotions without being consumed by them. Mindfulness creates space between stimulus and response, giving you the power to choose how you react. And let's not underestimate the power of connection. We're wired for it. Our brains thrive when we feel seen, heard, and supported. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential, who challenge you to grow, and who celebrate your successes, big and small. Finally, rewiring your brain for success requires action. It's not enough to think differently, you have to act differently. Start small. Take one step towards your goal, then another. Each action reinforces the new neural pathways you're creating, making them stronger and more automatic over time. Remember, this process isn't linear. There will be setbacks, days when the old stories creep back in, when fear whispers in your ear and doubt takes hold. But every moment is a new opportunity to choose differently. To choose courage over comfort, growth over stagnation, and authenticity over approval. Rewiring your brain for success is a journey, not a destination. It's about becoming the author of your own story, the architect of your own life. And in doing so, you'll discover a version of success that feels true, fulfilling, and uniquely yours. So what's the first step you'll take today?